Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Relax and take notes while we take some smoke, while we take some totes off that marijuana smoke. Welcome back to another great
Blow it in
episode.
your face. Gun smoke, gun smoke.
There it is. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another great episode of Two Cigars and a Blunt. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
It's Tim Dog from Be More Careful What You Say Around Me, because I'm going to exploit it.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully, a couple of other brothers will get on a little bit later. But until then, you got two of the best of Two Cigars and a Blunt. We're going to hold it down till they get here. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always get down. We always got to ask the brother, how was your day? How's your day, my brother?
Man, I had a wonderful day gathering up and did a little spring cleaning in my house a little bit and paid some bills and ran some errands and came to see a friend or two, and that's it.
Yeah.
My day is exciting, just like that.
Yeah, that's very exciting. Ooh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Well, shit, I can understand that, man. It's good that you got out to go see a friend and pay some bills, man. I think that we all, one day, man, I wish I have enough money. I don't have to worry about no goddamn bills. Everything will be paid off. But until then, I understand where you're coming from. As for me, my brother, my day went well, man. It's Friday. Like I was telling you, man, I'm just feeling drained. I don't know why, man. I know why, because I don't go to bed till late. Staying up working 8 hours, then I be working on them videos all goddamn night.
Yeah, boy. Some crazy videos.
Yeah, I'm burning both ends of the candle. So, but it is what it is, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we got an interesting show for y'all tonight. Hopefully y'all be entertained. Man, it's some craziness going on in the world, Tim Dog. But I want us to start it out with this right here. If you don't mind, my brother, let me pull it up. There it is. Yeah, Tim Dog. He lost one of hip hop. I mean, this guy was there, basically started it, you know, and said before it was hip hop. You had African Bambaataa and Kool Herc, and you had people like Grandmaster Flash, and these guys are the ones that they tribute hip hop. So yeah, he died of cancer the other day, and it's just one of those situations. So Tim Dog, the first question I want to ask. How should the hip hop community remember African Bambaataa legacy, given both his role in founding the culture and the serious controversy surrounding him? I don't know if you heard about the controversy, but some young men say that he sexually assaulted them.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, with that being said, how should the hip hop community remember African Bambaataa?
They should remember him as he is, you know, a pioneer. A lot of people just don't know he had more acclaim overseas in Europe before he even had fame here in the United States. And he got with I want to excuse me, not Jay Electronica, but Kraftwerk and some other European artists who were doing electronic music, and he combined with that, him and Kool Herc and all of it, and they were the ones who started, you know, experimenting with, you know, the European hip hop and their electronic music and creating and innovating, and combining it with the hip hop style of New York, creating that style. And a lot of people just don't know that. It's just wow. And as far
Yeah,
as the allegations, it is
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. No, that's one of them allegations. That's why a lot of people. That's why I think you didn't hear a lot about his passing because of the allegations, because of what they say that happens. But like you just said, when you talk hip hop music, which is the number one selling music in the world, you know, this guy is one of the guys that pushed that movement to the front. And by him, those allegations, a lot of people, like with anything, they want to distance themselves from something like that. But he passed at the age of 68 of cancer. With that being said, Tim Dahl, can you separate the impact of a pioneer like African Bambaataa from the allegations that followed him, or are they permanently tied together?
Shit, if you can become president with 37 felonies on you, you can overcome anything. That's all I'm going to say. Enough said.
I agree with you on that, man. Yeah, you can separate the two. Just like with anything else, just like when people talk about R. Kelly in his situation, I don't listen to R. Kelly music anymore. Well, that's R. Kelly. The artist is one person. R. Kelly, whatever y'all want to call him, is that. Just like with Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Can you separate Bill Cosby from his comedy and the allegations that women had brought against him? Who else? Tiger Woods. We talked about that the other night. Remember? We can separate how great he was, great as he was a golfer, from him being this train wreck off the course. So of course, when you see things like this, especially somebody influential like African Bambaataa, like you say, basically there on the ground floor of hip hop, because all these hip hop artists are built upon his back.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just sad that later in his life, rather, not his career, these allegations coming up, and I'm like, this, to me, it sounds like someone's disgruntled. African Bambaataa, he was known to be, a hot-head stirrer. I mean, who from New York wasn't during that time,
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to him being treated well received over in Europe, more so than coming to the U.S. And I mean, a lot of people understand. That's why a lot of us African Americans after World War II, we stayed in France because we knew we would get better treatment. But that being put aside, I don't see the hip hop nation sitting up and going to put an asterisk by his name.
No, they can't.
But no, not only that, but what for? Once again, that's not something that's been proven. It's not something that's mainstream. It's not something that people are gravitating towards, because once again, that's the lifestyle that we live in right now. Some stuff like that with some people are acceptable, unfortunately.
Yeah, and with that being said, man, when you talk about a person like an African Bambaataa, he basically was in a gang called the Black Spades in New York City, and basically he turned his life around when he got into hip hop, basically DJing. So that's when he started what we like to call the Zulu Nation. So Tim Dahl, with that being said, what does his passing mean for the history of the early hip hop and an organization like the Universal Zulu Nation? Because he wanted young men and women to put down what they were doing, the gangs, because that's why you don't see gangs really in New York. It basically faded out. You know what I'm saying? What up, my man? What up?
What's up, Eddie? As a matter of fact, Mr. Johnson and I, we were talking about that earlier, about when we were growing up, there weren't a lot of gangs out there where kids would going out there shooting up, and you knuckled up or you got a knife or bat. Nowadays, everybody want to shoot up everyone. And to me, he changed his lifestyle based on, his love for music,
exactly,
his knowledge, his love for learning, and his curiosity of knowing what else is out there, because he got outside of New York and ventured off and learned music over in Europe. And that's where the electronic music came from. And like I say, he was the one that revolutionized, I don't care whatever you want to say it, hip hop would not be hip hop without him.
Yeah. Oh no.
All nowhere.
No. Oh no. You can't. You could never. You could whenever, unless you talk to the young heads, they only know what they know. But if you talk to old heads, we know the history of hip hop because we grew up in that history of hip hop. because of the song like Planet Rock. Planet Rock reached number 4 when it was hot, 1982 on the R&B charts.
Was that 82?
1982. Yeah. Planet Rock came out in 1982. Yes. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, 12 years old. So that's what's that? 34 years ago for me. So see what I'm saying? But that song still hit to this day. Whenever you hear a Planet Rock or you see one of the pioneers, man, you know you got to, I'm saying this in a way not to put them on a pedestal, but you kind of bow down to them, because without them, it won't be no hip hop. It won't be the way that we grew up, make us feel good, the dance music that we like to listen to. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people now, I'm stuck in the 90s. I can't get past the 70s, 80s, and the 90s. And some 2000s.
You wear hammer pants?
Yeah, I don't wear hammer pants. I'm talking about music-wise, man. I'm talking about music-wise. But yeah, you made a great point about that. You know, he brought the electronic into the music. That's why you got something like Planet Rock that's really hitting still to this day. And then, like I say, with the Zulu Nation, he wanted to do something different because gangs in New York City basically died out because people got into what? Hip hop, break dancing, graffiti, DJing, beatboxing, all the pillars were there. And like I say, he's one of the founding members. One more question on Africa. Go ahead. One more question about my man Tim Dog. But Africa Ball ultimately remembered for more of helping shape hip hop globally, or for the controversy that clouded his later years. And you spoke about that just a little bit. You spoke about that a little bit earlier.
Yeah, I'm going to say earlier, not any allegation thing with the Zulu Nation, only because he not just revolutionized transcend. He was the one that also, with hip hop, influenced fashion. We all know fashion is driven ever since the 70s. It's driven on Black culture. I don't care. You can say whatever the hell you want on the runways in Paris, Milan, wherever.
Yeah.
Hip hop influences all kind of as far as culture and history is clothing and things like that. And for him to start out, just off a whim, off of the, just wanting to learn, and experiment, and other people collaborating with him who had the same mindset. That's what we have, the music we have now. And people don't understand the hard work it went into doing this. It wasn't like, oh, this is an idea, let's put this together, boom, boom, boom. No, this took years in the making.
Years in the making. And I get kind of upset when I saw some people. I saw another podcast, and they was talking bad about people like Sugar Hill Gang. They talk about the style of I think we talk about that as well. The style of hip hop back in the day. Well, it's something new. Of course, to you're gonna be like, man, this is whack. But back then, we was like, man, what the hell? This shit is off the goddamn chain. You know what I'm saying? And to see somebody like African Bambaataa, Cool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, these guys, New York City Breakers. I mean, New York City Breakers, the Rocksteady crew. You know what I'm saying? That was, to me, when I first saw them, never been in New York City. They were New York City for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and it's weird because you went from battling on the streets to battling on the cardboard with breakdancing.
That's right.
Battling on the turntables and things like that. And the street cred changed from who got beat up to who got beaten in a mixed contest.
Right. Who got that right?
Or who had the biggest speakers.
Oh yeah. And everybody had their crews, man. Everybody had their goddamn crews. And don't mess around. And everybody was carrying cardboard. And don't mess around and find you a nice piece of linoleum flooring.
That's what you had. Mobile staging was in its infancy.
Man, you could spin on your back and spin on your neck and do everything, man. Those were the days.
Barrels in the studio.
I saw him.
Okay.
I'm waiting for he ain't got his shit yet. But I'm just saying, man, it just I wish that he would have got more recognition than what he has getting, even though that they're really not talking about it. I wish that he would have gotten the recognition that he truly deserved.
Oh no, he's getting it. No, he's getting his recognition. I'm sure. I haven't listened to like the cable hip hop stations that Shade 45 and all those other ones.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be on cable. It should be.
No, you're right.
That's what I'm saying. On cable and things like that. Yeah, I understand. Hip hop channels, but what is the world's fate? Like I just said, the most popular music is hip hop. And without an African Bambaataa, we want to have the hip hop that we have today. Oh man, the memories of my cousin
Chocolate Boogie
in Baltimore and Pop.
I remember Chocolate Boogie.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Back in the day, baby, all be doing the damn thing back in the goddamn day.
Hell yeah.
All right. Oh, this motherfucker still fucking camera. But there it is. Mate, what we talk about conspiracy?
Hey, somebody got their phone on or something?
What you talking
about? Y'all two in the same studio. Y'all got the sounds all fucked up.
Yeah, somebody got their phone on.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, me, fool.
Y'all killing me.
Yeah, we trying to let you know, fool.
Oh man, the back feed. The crazy back going on. What we talk about on the death of African Bambaataa, one of the founding fathers in hip hop.
Yeah, because you ain't going on smoke.
No. Oh yeah.
Wait, who now?
Y'all two get close.
African Bambaataa.
I bring y'all back in once y'all get y'all shit together. But Tim Dog, let them figure this shit out. But conversation, man. I just thought that we needed to, start the show off with that because, like I said before, we lost a pioneer. Usually we always talk about other greats that we lose, and we want to give them props. And I believe that a person like African Bambaataa deserves his props as well.
Oh yeah.
So a couple of bombs for my man African Bambaataa.
Let it rock.
Hell yeah.
It's the soul shop. It's the soul shop.
That's it. But that being said, there was another Planet Rock that went down, and it went down by your first lady, Melania Trump.
Rare public comments from the first lady.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein need to end today.
Melania Trump forcefully distanced herself Thursday from convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
I never been friends with Epstein.
It's not clear why the First Lady chose yesterday to speak out against what she called fake images and statements appearing to connect her to Epstein. There are pictures of her and President Trump with Epstein and his accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell from the early 2000s. The First Lady says they only overlapped in social circles.
Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump.
The First Lady did confirm this 2003 email to Maxwell, released by the Justice Department in January as part of the Epstein files. She wrote, "How was Palm Beach? I cannot wait to go down. Give me a call when you're back in New York."
My email reply to Maxwell cannot be categorized as anything more than casual correspondence.
Melania Trump is now calling on Congress to bring Epstein survivors in for a public hearing. This comes as Trump's former Attorney General Pam Bondi is refusing to testify before Congress next week on the Epstein investigation. The committee isn't backing down.
Nancy Mason and I are working in a bipartisan way to force Pam Bondi to appear.
Bondi says the subpoena was issued in her official capacity as AG.
There it is. Freaking Fridays together again. Look at them. Oh.
Goddamn mosquitoes. Man got mosquitoes like size of birds up in this bitch.
Y'all think I be with the incense. Y'all think I be bullshit now.
I turned around, man. I was like, yeah, I did.
I'm glad to have y'all on the show. Glad y'all be able to eat that y'all got on. I knew that y'all was gonna be together. I wasn't expecting y'all to get on today. Yeah, of course. Eddie said he got. That being said, with Melania saying what she said, Tim Dog, I'm coming to you first. Fellas, y'all get the time to think about it. What motivated Melania Trump to break her silence now on anything connected with Jeffrey Epstein, and why the timing, in your opinion?
I say she was pissed off because her name got dragged in and the president didn't want to do anything about it. She's like, you won't do nothing? I will. I'm giving the press conference. And then to add insult to injury, she said everybody named that's on there needs to be investigated, to include her husband. So
yeah,
hey,
that's one of them situations that go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, I guess it doesn't matter what country you're from. A woman scorned is a woman scorned. They gonna get your ass.
Yeah, and I say that same thing, conspiracy brother. I know, like I say, you don't watch a lot of politics, but she made a point to go up there and say what she said, and then your boy say that he didn't know nothing about it. So basically, she just went and did the shit, and he was shocked to find out, oh shit, because all this time he was calling her what? A goddamn hoax. So same question. Look at that. Look at it. Joan Rivers. I want to know where you at there, Pharaoh. Tell her, don't worry about Juan. He close to the damn border. So
you close to the border.
Someplace you don't want to
Hey, got a banana boat.
Go to Cuba and come back that way. He's safe.
That's the closest anyway.
You don't want to be where he at. So, conspiracy brother, same question. What motivated Melania Trump to break her silence, and why, in your opinion?
Because the shit about to go down, man. Why you think? It's time to start saving face and saving skins. The shit's it can't hide for too long. So it's coming.
Yeah. So basically, you trying to say she's gonna save her ass? She say, fuck the Donald. I'm gonna save my ass because
you gotta get ahead of that shit.
Yeah. What about you, Pharaoh? What's your thoughts on Melania Trump coming out and saying that she wasn't connected with Epstein, and why now?
Well, one thing I would say is her English is about as bad as her husband's, because neither one of them can fucking read.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you say that, Pharaoh. I'm glad you say that, because you have a lot of MAGAs be talking about people coming over here and be like, you've been here for so long, how come you can't speak proper English? Why come you've been here 30 years and you can't speak English? But then they will say a person like Melania Trump, they'll think that she's better than, I guess, other immigrants that came here. But go ahead, Pharaoh. I mean to cut you off.
No, she's better than Michelle Obama. Ain't the other immigrants ain't got shit to do with it. Okay, they got nothing to do with it. They think she's better than Michelle Obama. With that being said, I would say that I don't say she's trying to save face. They set her up for this. You know, the motherfucker's always lying anyway. You can't believe anything that they're saying. They put her up there to try to deflect what's happening and what's going on. And we all know she has too much damning evidence that she's been around them the longest. They even have evidence of Donald Trump saying that she's from Slovenia instead of where she's actually from. He didn't even know where she was from. They got that video out.
Yeah.
So with that being said, you've known this nigga before he knew where you were from. So hell.
Yeah, it's crazy that you said that. That was my next statement. I want my next question to y'all. Do you think this statement was a calculated move to distance herself from past controversy, or does it raise more questions than answers?
I say kind of both. You know, she's trying to distance herself, and I'm sure she knows more than what people believe. That's why she's trying to get ahead of it. You know, put it out there. I didn't meet Donald. Epstein did not introduce me to Donald Trump. I do not know Epstein or how they filed or anything like that.
Exactly. But I mean, like I said, you got a 20-year-old son. There ain't no way you separating anybody or trying to say you didn't know. You've been with this dude at least 20 years. No, 20. She had to get impregnated first. So shit, what are we talking about, guys? What are they talking about?
I was a modeled when I met Donald.
But the reason why we asked that question is because it just came out of nowhere. That's the part that is throwing me off. It just came out of nowhere, conspiracy brother. It's just like, you know, I got on YouTube and I turned the television on.
Nothing come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
nothing come out of nowhere.
But that's why I say, is it a calculated move?
Somewhere.
So you saying it's a calculated move?
What do you think? She know what she doing.
Yeah, she know what she doing.
That's all I'm gonna say. You know,
Hey, man on the street, this is like one of those. Wait for it. It's coming.
Well, look, Johnson, it's going down.
I guess it is
Listen,
down.
guys, we already said this dude is a celebrity in chief. All the reality shows that we've seen is happening right now. You never know what the spinoff is. You never know what the next episode is going to bring. And every day we wake up, it's like we're so numb to the bullshit that we're expecting something to happen now. And if something
this is
doesn't
better than Tyler Perry's old.
We're almost like junkies at this moment now. We're junkies for Trump because we waiting for him to do dumb shit.
Hey, Farrell, would you say this is better than Tyler Perry's old?
Y'all trunkies. Motherfucking trunkies.
T-rumpies.
So basically, y'all saying what my next question is, Farrell, you did it again. How could this impact the public perception of Donald Trump, or did it change anything, or did it just made it worse, Tim Dog?
No, it made it worse for him because now, he created a war to deflect from the Epstein files. Then he cracked down on immigration to get away from the Epstein files. He said release the Epstein files to get away from the Epstein files. So,
yeah, and all that time, Farrell, what are you saying? Oh, the Epstein files is a hoax. So why would your wife come out and say, no, I'm not in there? And then she said, release all the files. Release all the files. Basically, she want the Congress to hold congressional what's the one? Hearings, so that they could speak to the survivors of Epstein. So, like I said in my video, shit, your husband is in charge of the DOJ. All you got to do is tell him, release the unredacted files, and then we find out the truth.
Right.
What's Farrell?
Right. I don't know what her angle is because, like I said, his name is in there. They said it's like 1 million times. So, with that being said, we already know what it is. They are trying to keep that man from going to jail for some odd reason. It's nothing else we can say. I would say, with him talking about this guy over here, man. Look at him. With him talking about 18 to 25-year-old men are going to be automatically registered for the draft or whatever it is, you could do that for registration for freaking for voting if that's the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so why are you trying to distract yourself from what's actually happening with the crap that's happened? And she is in the files. She's one of the original members from what we know. So the angle is not good. If they talk about an angle of attack, they're in the wrong airplane right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're in the Boeing 737 when they need to be in the fighter jet. So
and conspiracy brother, just like Eddie just said, he said that they are keeping the masses distracted from what is really going on. You always say it's conspiracy going on. So you think that's what they're doing?
What you say? Calculated moves.
Yeah.
There you go. And who's to say who told her to go out and do that? Did she do it on her own? Did somebody say now is a perfect time to start some controversy because some shit ain't going right now?
I got something to add to what he's saying.
Go ahead.
Look how long it's taken for this to come out, because I'm telling you, her English is horrible, and they had to train her for this shit.
Yeah,
I believe they had to train her to how to read what's going on, because she hasn't been in the spotlight damn near this whole like a whole year or so. Then all of a sudden now she's starting to make appearances.
Yeah.
I think they're doing this on purpose.
Yeah. So
conspiracy.
It's a CON conspiracy. But that being said, so basically what you're saying is that she wanted to attempt at transparency, but is this a strategic PR move amid ongoing political narrative, just like Farrell and of course Tim Dog and my man Eddie just said, the war in Iran ain't going the way that he wanted to go. He didn't get the deal that he wanted to get. He got to work the deal. So like Farrell said earlier, throw her non-English ass out there and let her say what she said. But now you back on the Epstein files, and everybody has been saying for forever and a day, release them. So now you don't put yourself back in the Epstein file mess. Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
I don't know. I kind of believe what Pharaoh is saying, but at the same time, remember, husband, wife, confidentiality. She can't say anything explicitly, but she kept saying she wants everyone involved to be held accountable.
That's
she
right.
knows that her husband's name is in there. So to me, this is her way of saying, hey, do this because I'm tired of this shit. I ain't got shit to do with it. And if her name is in there, then her name is in there, and then she's going to sit there and look like a fool, especially if and when it all comes out. But now, I think she's trying to get ahead of something because, like Conspiracy Brother said, something's about to happen.
Yeah, but
because this is not just this is not just out of the whim. This is at the heels of the war, and then you got other stuff that's going on, and she hasn't stayed in the White House the whole time he's been president.
The whole time, exactly. I wouldn't stay in the White House either, that motherfucker. But Conspiracy Brother,
and he's trying to dismantle the forestry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that dude is something else, man. But then with that being said, Tim, being on Conspiracy Brother,
forest fires.
With that being said, Conspiracy Brother, why would you, if you say you love your husband, and knowing that we all know that he's in the Epstein files, why would you just say you, but she never say and the Donald didn't do anything as well? And then she said that she wasn't friends with Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, but we all seen the pictures, but we crossed paths. But when you look at those pictures, it seems as though that it was more than just cross a path. They were like friends, but she said they were not. Your thoughts?
Nah, I'm not going to judge a picture by its cover because it could just be a picture. So because we know you might got some pictures out there, or somebody could take out of context because you with somebody. So sometimes you take most of us.
That happened with Chingy.
Yeah, in situations where there's a lot of big people, you're gonna take pictures with them.
Okay.
So I could kind of give her a pass on that but again, she's making sure that the people know that she ain't in there, but she don't know who is. So it need to come out.
But Pharaoh, I hear the conspiracy brother
my husband, but see, she don't even say that. She don't even say her husband. She just said she crossed paths. So she playing a fine line. They taught her how to dance, man.
Pharaoh, I hear what conspiracy brother is saying though, but if you see me and conspiracy brother in 100 goddamn pictures, and for me to say that we are not friends and we just cross a path, somebody lying. Because we have to have a conversation because you don't want to take a picture with a motherfucker that you don't like. I don't give a damn. Am I wrong?
You also have to understand that they're playing the cards against people that don't know them. They play, you know what I'm saying? Nobody, none of us here or anybody in the United States knows the people they actually talk to. We only know them from recordings or videos or whatever the case is. We don't know their relationship, so she can say whatever she wants. Right. So, but I'll tell you what, Eddie, she might say that, but she has a 20-year-old son. She knows something.
Yeah, and you know what else? You know what else is crazy? That's just like with people with puppet situation. They got mighty quiet, and all the time they were friends, all of it until Puffy got into the situation. And now we seeing all the videos, and they've been at the party. But now,
except for Orlando Brown,
and then they're gonna say, "Oh, he wasn't."
He can't speak for himself.
No, I'm just saying, but they would say he's not my friend. But like I said before, we seen the videos, we seen the pictures, we seen y'all conversated, and you gonna come up and say y'all not friends? But Ray J said the same thing though. He said he enjoyed his white party. So Ray J, the other one, said he enjoyed his white. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's nasty anyway.
Yeah. But
I say you gotta take the photo in some kind of context, because if they just standing there side by side, that's different than two people like like bro it up and shit like that, and they all hugged up. So it's kind of.
But it was hugged up like that. A couple of people
were
hugged up like that. On one of the pictures, Ghislaine Maxwell basically have her hand on her.
They hugged up. I ain't seen the photo, so I'm trying to give her an out. That's all I'm trying to.
I got you. I see. But one of the photos they got between Trump in the middle, she's on the right, Ghislaine Maxwell is on the left, I believe, and Ghislaine Maxwell damn near have her hand on her breast like this. So you won't let a person put their hand on your breast and you're not comfortable with that goddamn person. So that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, he has too much damning evidence out there against her.
I ain't seen that evidence, so I don't know.
Yeah, but and then she talked about her reputation. Then she talked about her reputation with the people saying that she did this with the Epstein, she was all this and that. But then, like I said, motherfucker, you did a new photo shoot. You talk about reputation, you got to get the fuck up out of here. You talk about somebody mess with your reputation. That's the crazy shit. But then, Pharaoh, like I said, you brought it up. It is what it is, fellas. If you're between the ages of 18 to 25, get ready.
Eligible men are set to be automatically registered for the United States military draft pool by December. The Selective Service System says the change streamlines the current self-registration process. On March 30th, the agency submitted a proposed rule to the Office of Information and Regulatory Affairs for review. Congress approved automatic registration in the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2026, signed into law in December 2025. Most male United States citizens ages 18 to 25 are required to register, though there has not been an active draft since 1973. The Selective Service System says the shift transfers registration from individuals to the agency through integration with federal data sources.
Oh, you brought it up. With the U.S. moving to automatic registration through the Selective Service System, is this about national security preparedness or government overreach?
It's not the first time they've done it, so we already got
Selective Service.
Yeah, so
you got to think about this. After the Vietnam War, they went to a all volunteer army. Yeah, you have the choice to, but now what they're doing is, if there was a draft, you don't have a choice anymore. If you're in the ages between 18 and 25, you're automatically going to be drafted in one of the services. That's why they got away from. They want you to register, but now they make it. Yeah, but this is not North Korea though.
So you think it ain't?
Right now.
Yeah, exactly. But you make a great point there. He made a great point there, Tim Dog. But they're making it. But all of a sudden, now we want to make it, automatic. So it seems as though that they know something is coming down the line, and we're gonna need these young men or something. Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
I think it is that they can control who comes in and who doesn't. Pay enough money, and you don't have your son get in instead of faking a bone spur. And to me, that's overreach, because Selective Service says that when you turn 18, you have to register if you Selective Service men, especially if you want to get federal aid, right?
Yeah.
If you're going to college.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing that's changed is that he's trying to make it mandatory and privatize it instead of I think he said he wants Selective Service to regulate the list of the soldiers coming in instead of the system itself. But we haven't had a draft since Vietnam War, right?
That's what I'm saying.
So,
yeah.
And to me, it does sound like something come down the pipe, but it's also him regulating who can go in. In other words, I want if somebody's not legal, so he would say use it as an immigration tactic, something like that.
You thought about that angle. But that being said, Pharaoh, like you just said, how might this policy impact trust? How might?
Goddamn, go sir.
Farrell, how might this policy impact trust between young Americans and the government, particularly among those already skeptical of military involvement overseas or just joining the military in general?
I believe that this is going to cause a divide with all males that have the free choice. Because you're in the United States, you've never had to do this before. People choose. This is supposed to be the land of the free, but now you're forcing young adults, especially men, to fight for something that basically you're going to make them fight for something that's not their cause. I mean, most wars are done like that anyway. Now,
all of them,
right? So I mean, you know what I'm saying. So I would say that I would like to know what are the the eligibility, not just the age, but what's the eligibility? Like, what is going to be the stipulations of? Oh, because Barron Trump should be in that pool, right?
That's right.
But will he be in that pool because he's worth what, $180 million? Remember? Because even with us, if we have a lot of money, they want us to get out the military. If we win the lotto or something like that, they're saying that if you make a certain amount, that you'll be chaptered out the military.
That's right.
So is this going to be to where it's just the low class and the middle class are only eligible to get, that's going to be on the 18 to 25? Or will everybody who's from that age that is a citizen of the United States going to be on that draft list?
He's a German citizen at that point.
Right. But I'm just saying,
probably born in another country just for those reasons.
Yeah, we got to know what's the eligibility crisis for what is going to be this, because I think it's other countries that give you, let's say South Korea. South Korea gets 2 years, right? Either before you go to college or after you go to college, you serve 2 years. North Korea is 12. Okay.
Yeah.
Germany is 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. There's other countries that have it, but even the women in Germany serve those 2 years. So I'm just saying, if you made it to where the country does it, cool. But you can't sit there and say males from this age to this age have to be put in.
And it's price range too. You got to put the price range.
And
you make a certain amount of money.
You know what? And you know what?
Nobody's off limits. Goddamn it.
And you know what, conspiracy brother? You made a great point when you said that another country, just like Farrell just said. If the U.S. had did that from the jump, I don't think it would have been an issue. But from what we saw with how young men, and especially young black men, that was drafted into Vietnam that lost their lives. And then when they came back, they were treated like shit. And just not young black men. Damn near everybody that was drafted in Vietnam was treated basically like shit when they came back.
They're baby killers. Jane Fonda spoke out against them.
Exactly. So now if you're doing something like this again, now you're gonna have people, if the draft does come back, now you're gonna draft people that really don't want to be in military service, and then they're gonna have another chip on their shoulder because you forced me to go fight a war that I didn't want to go fight, and now when I get back, I'll probably be treated worse than I was treated before I even left. Does that make sense on conspiracy, brother?
Hey guys, what about Israel? What's Israel's regulation or whatever on male serving?
I think they have to serve. I think they have to serve.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they have to serve. But, bro, you got to remember, Israel's our greatest ally. And for everything that we have been doing, we're doing in defense of Israel. You got to think about that. Israel's not worried about it. I guess what I'm saying is Israel's not worried about it. They're doing
it now because of Israel?
No, but what I'm saying, Farrell, what I'm saying is they're not worried about their young men serving because they got the U.S. young men to serve. Does that make sense? We're not worried about our men. We're not worried about our men. Yeah, our men, they can serve 2 years. But guess what? I got a whole nother country over here that's going to protect my back no matter what I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Farrell.
Soldiers do the intel, y'all do the fighting.
Right.
No.
Listen, 1 or 2 hours.
Say it again. Say it again.
We're going to get y'all the intel, and we're going to send 1 or 2 to help translate, and that's about all y'all getting. And that's what every war we go into. It's the same shit. We're gonna send y'all to fight, and we're gonna send a couple hours to translate and help y'all out.
Yeah.
But the rest is up to y'all. So,
Yeah.
hey.
Israeli men have to serve 32 to 36 months.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah, automatically.
This dance, this song and dance before. They run the same playbook, so you know it's old now. It's gonna be a very difficult playbook to run.
It is.
Because they to me, I got a theory that the reason Donald Trump made nursing jobs essentially irrelevant for careers is so now you have some of these women thinking about joining the military because you can get a career in the military with being a nurse now more than you can on the outside. Exactly. So now you got all these nurses going into the military, and then boom, we hit you with the 18 to 25. You got all these nurses over here, man. You go and you join, man. The women they loaded with them. So then now you got the 18 to 25 men jumping in there. Now you good. So they've been planning this for a long time. This ain't nothing, but it's not going the way that they anticipated.
Yeah,
so,
definitely not.
Yeah, you say that, conspiracy brother.
They're trying to run the same playbook, just a different pizzazz on it this time. No drugs.
But this time they got a crazy man.
They got a crazy man. But to what you just said, conspiracy brother, in the era of advanced technology and a volunteer army, volunteer military, does the U.S. even need a draft system anymore, or is this just an outdated safeguard, Tim Dog?
I won't say outdated, but a safeguard nonetheless because of the popularity of the president and what's going on. If we were to get into a serious conflict, we probably wouldn't have enough soldiers to support it. So
yeah,
and to me, this is just well, it ain't just that. It's the overall morale of the military and its functions right now, because the president used the military like his own personal army against his own people, that people feel like, why should I join if that's all I'm going to do is suppress my own people?
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that, Tim Dog. And Pharaoh, he made a great point. You know, you got an all volunteer army, even though some people, once they volunteer, they be like, man, what the hell did I do? But you took that upon yourself to raise your right hand to protect and defend the Constitution. But if you do a draft, who's to say that the morale is going to be like it is in an all volunteer army? Because now you got me. I'm mad. You done draft me, motherfucker, man. I don't want to be in this motherfucker. I'm about to. You understand what I'm saying? So that could have some type of effect on the military as well. But like you say in the question, with this advanced technology, you know, people are volunteering to join. Is this what they want to do? Is it outdated, in your opinion?
Well, before I answer that, Israel requires most male citizens
Tim Dawes said that.
Over 18 to serve, right? A mandatory 32 months. They start at 16 and a half in the register. Yeah. So that's for them. But for us,
hey, Pharaoh,
not infantry.
Pharaoh, Tim Dog already had said that. Just letting you know.
Oh, I didn't even say it. My bad. So,
no, he was probably researching it when I was saying it, so that's good. Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you, man. Go ahead. I'm fucking with you.
Right. Okay. Well, with that being said, you name one person outside the infantry that joined the military to serve defend the Constitution. They came in to goddamn get their education or get a trade and get the fuck on. They ain't thinking about defending the country.
I told that story before, man. I told that story before about a guy. I know if I might have told y'all. There was a guy that my partner put in when I was stationed in New York City as a recruiter. The guy was a lawyer outside, and he wanted to join the army.
Right.
And my battle buddy was like, man, we could put you in JAG. And he said, no, I don't want to go to JAG. He said, I want to be an infantry officer. He said, if I want to be a lawyer, I can stay out here and do that shit. He wanted to go. Right. So I used to tell people all the time, especially brothers, man, you're going to try to put me in infantry. I said, look, man, they got motherfuckers that come in here and they want to do that shit. They want to go infantry.
Yeah.
That's honest, though. That's honest, though. Yeah. When people join for infantry, they want to go shoot something. They're not in it to play around. It's
That's
not
right.
that bonus money. No, they want to train so they can go shoot something or somebody.
Yeah.
Whatever that being said, but most of us are in there to get a trade.
Cheers to you.
You know, most of us are getting in to get a trade, get some education, get a career where you can move around because it's good travel. Nobody wants to. And then if you do go to war, it's to save each other's ass. Fuck what's happening for the states.
Yeah.
It ain't about anything else.
That's true. Because like I say, one of my friends, he's an infantryman. He loved it. Motherfucker, I enjoyed jumping out of planes and living in the world. I'm like, fuck that shit. You can have that shit, my brother. I'm not. Nah, I'm good.
You got to love being infantry. That's not something. That's not. People don't do that shit.
You don't have to be a sniper, but my body was too broke up for that shit.
And I'm not laying in shit to shoot nobody.
Fuck that.
But that's
I've been on that doo-doo.
That's dedication.
That's dedication.
Bingo. Bingo. Got another one.
This motherfucker here, boy. But that being said, man,
now it's starting to make sense, y'all.
What you say that?
Because I've been doing it in service to the country, man.
What Joseph
I was
watching the snacky dude. They call him the Reaper. I think he said that he's sorry he ever joined the military, knowing what he knows now, because you done went through some shit.
Right.
You done did some shit for this country that you didn't think that you would have to do, and you actually did it.
That's right.
And now that shit fucks with your mind. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people think that taking somebody's life in defense of this country is easy, but then you got to come back, and once you get out the army, that PTSD shit is real. Shit, I don't know.
Y'all remember the Hurt Locker?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that movie? What happened to him? Whenever he come back to the States, he was a miserable mess.
Yeah. Wait, you talking the Hurt Locker, or you talking about Sniper now? There's two of them now.
No, Sniper was like that, but Hurt Locker, my man that played Green Arrow, whatever his name is.
Okay, Hawkeye.
He was an EOD. EOD.
I know, man. You say Green Arrow, Hawkeye. He played a Hawkeye.
Whatever. Motherfucker still shooting arrows.
Same difference.
You say, motherfucker, you get the picture.
You knew he was shooting something like that.
You tell all the comic book.
I don't
know the comments like you do.
Yeah, you got the comic book dude. That's why I said this motherfucker just fucked the whole shit up. Just threw me off. What Green Arrow? That's a good one, though. Thank you for that.
One is DC and one is Marvel too.
Yeah, one is DC, one is Marvel. But like they say, they
both shoot arrows.
They both shoot
Like I said, same difference.
Just say motherfucking dude. Oh shit, man. Oh man. But with that being said, fellas, a lot of people going down because a lot of people that basically was on Donald Trump's side is calling for the 25th Amendment.
On what media described as a Truth Social posting bender. Alex Corson, our EP, said it was like War and Peace without the peace. It was very long, which began with the president lashing out at right-wing podcasters who had criticized him this week over threats to wipe out the Iranian civilization. In a 485-word post, the president went after Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owen, and Alex Jones. The president called them low IQ, nut jobs, and troublemakers. He also called them losers who were just trying to latch onto MAGA for publicity. And the social media rant comes after both Owens and Jones called for the 25th Amendment to be invoked. Marjorie Taylor Greene, who also called for the 25th Amendment to be invoked, defended those podcasters on social media, writing that they all helped to get the president elected and adding that they didn't change. He did.
Tim Dog, what's your thoughts on this, man? All these people are now coming out saying that this motherfucker is crazy and that this is not what we signed up for. But y'all know who he was when y'all was out here advocating, hey, we need to get him in office. Your thoughts?
That's what you get. I mean, y'all knew what kind of person he was. Y'all knew he was a liar. Oh, he'll never do that. Never say never. And now he's I mean, everything that Kamala was saying about him and everyone else during the election is true. And nobody wants to say anything about that. Everything. And now what do you have to say? You're going to say nothing but, oh, they called Obama crazy for trying to get Americans health care.
Yeah. And with that being said, conspiracy brother, every time he fall out with somebody, they got to be low IQ. So that means that you have to be a low IQ person too, because for some reason, or better yet, like you say, about the pictures, all the pictures, the shaking hands. So were they friends, or were they just using Donald Trump for, like you say, for that MAGA support? Your thoughts?
All right. Them people use each other. And then when the shit hit the fan, it's time to turn.
Yeah.
Time to save skin. They know all of them play the same game. They save skin first before they're going to do anything else. So we shouldn't be surprised at all. And when he they say people mirror each other. So if he sees them as a low IQ, that's what he sees out of himself.
Yeah,
because he's projecting. That's what he's a projector. So what he sees in himself, he projects it onto other people, and that's how that's how you feel.
Yeah,
it's okay. He can grow, he can learn.
But with that being said, Tim Dog, sometimes you get in with certain people, and you think they're going one way, but then there should be something telling you that this person is that way all along. Like a Tucker Carlson. One of his things that I was watching in one of his videos, he said that when Donald Trump took the oath of the presidency, he didn't put his hand on the Bible. He said every other president has put their hand on the Bible except for Donald Trump, and now he's saying he should have seen that before. But he probably did the same thing when he was elected in 2016. He probably didn't put his hand on the Bible during that time as well. So now you're going to see it as an issue, Tim Dog.
Well, it's like what's that show? I Lived with a Monster or something like that. Where people don't realize that you're living with a serial killer until you start connecting the dots of little things before. And
how I know you're gonna get a serial killer analogy in your story. I just knew you were gonna get that serial killer.
That's the name of the show.
I know
that's the name of the show.
I know it's I'm fucking with you.
Oh man, kill it.
Oh y'all, he knew about that Texas shit too well. Allegedly.
No, but you know what I'm saying. It's not just that, but when you think of like, you know what, you're right, and then you start putting all those things together, then you're like, oh, okay, now I see. But some people are slow to put things together.
Yeah.
So
and just like Eddie said, he said leopard don't change his spots, brother. I agree with you on that. But Pharaoh, it seems though that these people are trying to change their spots. So basically, like Pharaoh say, I'm not Pharaoh, like conspiracy brothers say, they know when to get out. Basically, just like Melania Trump. I need to lay this groundwork before all this shit pop off. You know what I'm saying? So that
I want everyone to be prosecuted.
Yeah. So Pharaoh, what's your thoughts on all these MAGA people, the Candace Owens, the Tucker Carlsons, what's my other man, Alice Jones, all these guys. Joe Rogan. All these guys were bigging Trump up, and now all of them want to distance themselves from him. Your thoughts?
It's like anybody, what? It's crazy that those individuals are now trying to distance themselves, and we got Nicki Minaj and Chile trying to join sides at this time.
Yeah,
I don't understand what's happening with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how you go from being who you are and then making money off of the black people that you're supposed to be around, and then now you want to turn, tail on them, but everybody else know your base is leaving you now because of the things you believe in. So now everybody's starting to like, but at the same time, you can't win me over because you was too busy hopping this dude up. You had him on the pedestal. You had him. You got people that's praying to this dude saying he's the next Jesus. What the fuck are we talking about? And you're supposed to call yourself Christians. Like, what are we talking about?
Exactly.
And he raising his hands like this. Yes.
Wait a minute now. I was watching this show, man, called Ritual. I don't know what this nigga doing right now.
I don't know no magic on nobody. I know it. I don't do it.
I'm saying, man, I don't know how you call yourself a Christian the way you want it to be portrayed. Because I always say this, KKK called themselves Christians, but they were out there raping and pillaging and doing whatever they needed to do.
Yeah.
To just
that's what
use the Bible,
do, man.
Yeah, to use the Bible for what they think it's used for.
Real Christians.
It's never for what it's actually about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to go back to what you're saying, they know that they're losing their fan base due to what's going on with Trump, and now you're starting to change your views to suit the masses to try to keep that audience.
Exactly.
But too late. Like Eddie said, you got those spots on you now, brother. It's too late. Even if you're a Jaguar nigga, I know you got spots. We just can't see them.
You just can't see them. Yeah, their whole thing, just like you say, Tim Dawes, like Eddie just said, their whole thing is to mislead the public because they probably behind doors, hey, I still just like Megyn Kelly. She said if Donald Trump was to drop a nuclear bomb on people, she would still vote for him, which is crazy to me. And then she gonna say,
who said that?
Megyn Kelly. She said that Donald Trump dropped a nuclear bomb on Iran, she would still vote for him.
No, she wouldn't.
But then in another breath, she said that it's time for him to grow up. Who talks like that? So you talking out both sides of your goddamn mouth. You saying one thing, and then later on, you're saying something totally different. And now I know she's going to say something totally different because Donald Trump called her a low IQ person, saying that she's crazy. You understand what I'm saying? So now I got
Marjorie Taylor Greene.
No.
Megyn Kelly.
Well, she called it. Well, no, he called her Marjorie Taylor Brown. You don't call her Green no more. She say Marjorie Taylor Brown because she's a turncoat. She ain't green no more.
Oh
she's brown.
My God,
that's what I'm saying.
So corny.
But that's what I'm saying. All these people.
He's a child.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But all these people was putting him up on this pedestal, saying that this is what America needs. And now that they're seeing his true colors, they're trying to say, no, we need to do the 25th Amendment to get him up out of office because he's destroying the country. Well, y'all knew this going in. It doesn't make it doesn't make sense to me, man. It's just crazy. But you say, sure did. I saw a video today of a girl praising him. I used to put her ass.
Hey, she giving her full support.
Ain't no difference than that.
This is where I'm at right here.
He supported what they did.
Exactly.
Remember that?
And a lot of people supported Trump because they thought that he was good for the what? No, they thought he'd be good for the economy.
New inflation numbers are not good, tripling in just a month and driven by the biggest spike in gas prices in 6 decades. The price at the pump is more than 21% higher than it was just in February. The national average today, $4.15 a gallon, up from $2.98 at the start of the war, although actually down a penny from yesterday. Now, outside of gas and energy, the economic fallout was relatively contained. Food prices flat, meat, cereal, fish, all down since February. But year over year, it's a very different story. Coffee up almost 19%, beef up more than 12%, fruits, vegetables, peanut butter, all more expensive. And average weekly earnings to pay for all of it fell by almost 1% in March. The White House is describing the inflation surge as a short-term disruption, although that may depend on whether the shaky ceasefire holds in Iran and whether the Strait of Hormuz opens up as the president promised.
Tim Dawes, with the U.S. inflation jumping to about 3.3% in March and posting its biggest monthly spike in nearly 2 years, is this beginning of a long-term economic problem or just a temporary war-driven shock?
Well, according to the president, everything is short-term. We all need the budget. Remember? Who budget more than people who don't have money?
Like people.
Once again, who budgets more than people who don't have money?
Exactly. Yeah, that is true.
And for him to sit there, I cannot see how you being president of the United States don't see what's going on. and you downplaying it as, oh, it's going to go away, and you downplaying it as, oh, this is something that's being made up by the Democrats. And when you hear your own constituents telling you something, and the bad thing is, the Republicans are being held hostage by a crazy man, and not one of them will stand up to him and say enough is enough. And that's the sad thing is, and they are elected officials who's supposed to uphold the Constitution, their responsibility thereof, and neither one of them have lived up to it. And it's sad.
And conspiracy brother, I remember you saying that you really don't look at the gas prices, but as long as the prices keep going up and up, shit, you might need to get you a moped. You know what I'm saying? But what are your thoughts on the inflation?
I look at them bitches. I just don't try and pay them no mind because shit, I still got to do it. I ain't say I don't look at them. I look at that like, God damn, these bitches out here.
He just did a taco.
I just go on about my business and get that shit. I got gas today. I'm like, let me get this shit before this shit go up. Right.
well, I might have missed.
Right. That's what I be thinking. Just let me get this shit before this shit go up. Fuck it.
Yeah. Because you know, I was thinking to myself, where I usually get my gas at, I was like, hey, I saw it on Post. Post was like 5 cents cheaper. So I just put enough to get me to work. When I got on Post the goddamn yesterday morning, that bitch went to say, I said, oh, god damn, I thought I was gonna save 5 cents. What you about to say, Pharaoh?
Hey, you gas was somewhere too, yeah.
They got your ass. You should have got it when you saw it. I think I said, I'm just gonna get it now.
I need to get it when I need to get it, man. That shit was crazy, man.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Now this is gonna push people to find alternatives to the fuel. And there's alternatives. I ain't gonna talk about it yet, but there's some quite decent alternatives to gas. And like I said, with every situation, there comes an opportunity for financial gain.
Yeah.
So if you prepare yourself properly, you'll be able to step into some financial situations that's going to put you in a decent spot. So don't look at it as a bad thing. Look at an opportunity to find something better and invest your money into what could be better.
And that's what.
Lose all that shit on a bad deal.
No, but I'm glad that you say that. Say what you just said, because of the fact that a lot of people's making money, because if you deal with stocks, everybody always tell you to buy the dip. And right now, all prices are going. They're going to drop. Some people are playing the stock market and they're buying up whatever they could buy because of this situation with inflation. Because, like you say, it might be a short-term situation. And that's probably going, whatever you invest in, you're probably going to shoot back up. Pharaoh, you said you got something you want to say?
Yeah, so we're talking about the fuel, right?
Yeah.
MotoGP and F1, it's weird that this year that they're using a different type of fuel for racing. So it's called specialized high-octane racing fuel that contains at least 40% non-fossil renewable synthetic material. The fuel is designed to meet strict specifications, similar to 95 RON, which is the octane that we use outside, like 91. Whatever. And you think about it, why are they using it this year? How did they get it to where they developed it over the last couple of years for it to be this year that they're using it?
You're saying that's your conspiracy. And I'm glad you say that, because that
like I said, you gotta know where to invest your money and when to invest.
So if we would have had the inside,
I'm not a professional advisor. I don't have any professional experience, but I understand the ups and downs.
Negro, please.
And I'm glad you say that. And I'm glad what you say,
Pharaoh. Not watching you like, how this nigga do that?
and I'm glad you just say that, Pharaoh, because it takes me to my next question to you, Tim Dog. With gas prices surging over 20% in a single month due to disruption in the Strait of Hormuz, are Americans now paying the price for foreign policy decision basically that Donald Trump made?
Man, come on. Now, we've been paying for it ever since he started putting tariffs on motherfuckers. So his foreign policy is whatever Putin and Xi says. I'm going to do it.
Yeah. And Pharaoh, I know you was on the road. That's why I hope you ain't got no gas guzzler. Did you see that?
No, man. I got a Chrysler Pacifica with the 87 octane. But shit, that should knock you over the head. It don't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I was doing pretty good gas mileage. I was doing like 80 miles an hour, then getting like 25 to the gallon, but still.
But that's what I'm saying, though. So basically, you're saying that the issue that Trump created with Iran is causing us to pay the price because of his policies.
I say it. This is something that's happened over time. He did add to it, but I believe it was going to come to this in the future anyway. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of the stuff that's happening, because you remember gas used to be what, $50 a barrel and shit like that. You remember when we was younger? Why does inflation keep happening to the point to where we're paying more for a price of barrel?
Because war causes inflation, man.
Supply and demand.
That's the primary objective of war, is to cause inflation, because there's an influx of internet money and motherfuckers ain't spending that internet money. How are we gonna get this motherfucking money out, y'all? We're gonna start a war and then we're gonna raise prices because we at war at the places that got the oil and the shit that we need. So now you gotta spend your money because we at war, because we chose to, for no reason besides y'all got money and we want it, and y'all ain't giving it to us. So we gonna come take it anywhere we can. Goddamn it!
But basically, like you said,
I should be in the government.
Harold, do not get a contact from this motherfucker. Do not get a contact.
Basically, you say something earlier, conspiracy brother. You say something earlier though. You said you do look at the price of gas, but you know that if you have to get from point A to point B, you don't have a choice but to pay that price, unless you want to use Pat and Charlie. You understand what I'm saying? So I think you're dead on with what you just said. That makes a lot of sense. And fellas, man, last topic here. I always got to get something for conspiracy brother in here. No, because
that'll be good.
No, because I knew you gonna come with a different angle. We laugh about when Drewski did it, when he did the white face. Now Jake Paul said he want to do a black face.
I want to ask you something, because I've been, over the last couple of days, calling makeup artists, and I was gonna do a response to this and like go and do like the full on
darker,
and do it, and just do it back, because why not?
Yeah.
Like, are we on the same playing field? Like,
I think if there's a way to do it, this thing in well, even this sentence. But if there's a way to do it, I've been here many times. If there's a way to do it, I think there needs to be some black support for the character. I think, like I'm saying, like say if Drewski or I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Charles Barkley.
If you got one of those guys to be like, hey, Theo, I want you to do this skit with me. Let's do this.
But still, that's pussying out.
You think it is?
Yeah.
To me, there's a level of like,
doesn't that make us more like prejudice?
Like more prejudice?
That makes us, if we have to partner with someone. Drewski just dropped this.
And he's done it a couple of times.
Exactly. I fucking love it. This is great. This is how humans should be.
I agree.
We should fucking make fun of each other. And I don't see in color, I see in truth and comedy. So, like, what are we talking about?
So you're saying
what era are we living in?
Dude, Justin Trudeau did, and he's freaking dating Katy Perry. You see that, Justin Trudeau, the mayor of freaking Canada?
I was just with them. I was just with them.
No, you were not.
Yeah, at the JP Morgan summit.
He was B-facing. Look at him right there in the middle. Look at the one in the hat in the middle.
He got caught for this before?
Yeah, look how dark he went. I mean, he went.
But to be fair, that picture's in black and white, so we can't tell how dark he went.
But that's fair. That's kind of fair.
And see, before you I'm gonna get your thoughts. See, and that's the issue what I have with what they just did. They're laughing at how dark the photo was or how dark he went. And see, that's what people have an issue with. I don't think that I will have an issue with somebody just like with Robert Downey Jr. doing the blackface situation in the movie Tropic Thunder. because he wasn't making it as that all black people are that dark. Does that make sense to me?
No, that was Ben Stiller that made that part for Robert Downey Jr.
I
So
got
he
that, but
made
what I'm
it to
saying
where
is,
it wasn't.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying, and the way that I just saw them laughing at how dark that guy was, how dark he made his skin. They thought that was funny. See, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. I could understand that you want to do it, but do it in a way that is not stereotypical of how they used to do it back in the day.
Don't do it at all.
Well, I'm coming to conspiracy. I'm coming to conspiracy, brother. I got to get conspiracy, brother.
Like him? Sorry.
I got conspiracy, brother.
My take on the whole situation is
I
have no issue with him doing it.
Okay.
The problem is that he came out and said that he's going to do it.
Exactly. But let me write my. Hey, you know, if I write a question, y'all motherfucker let me read my shit. I don't took my damn time. Man. Read my damn question. Shit. When Jake Paul said he wants to do blackface in response to Juicy skit, is he attempting edgy comedy or crossing a clear cultural line? Now go, conspiracy brother.
I think he's going for the comedy aspect, but that's the thing. He has to be funny. If it falls flat, then it's going to look a certain type of way. But at the same time, I don't think he should have announced it. I think he should have just did it. But he wants to cause controversy for it, so people will watch it and he make money. So again, he's young, but he's still an internet businessman, and he understands how controversy sells. So again, regardless of what he do, he know what he's saying. He's saying it for a reason. Now, is it going to be funny? Because I give a fuck that he's doing it. You want to do blackface? Knock yourself out. You know, take on a challenge. You know, see where it gets you. I'm all for that.
Yeah, so take on the challenge. Take on the challenge.
I want it to be funny.
Yeah,
I would prefer him just just did it and just came out with it and been done with it versus him trying to do the build up for it. Because if you do it and you being who you are, it's gonna go somewhere anyway.
Yeah, so. and then I don't know if y'all saw the picture because he already had the makeup artist. The motherfuckers, he looked better. The complexion when they made him a little dark, he said he looked better as a black man than he do as a white man. That was kind of fun.
This is his opportunity to finally get the feel that.
Yeah.
See, there's every joke. There's truth. This is what I want to feel like. This is what I feel. I want to experience this. So, and he said, I enjoyed the way I look because.
No, he didn't say he enjoyed. People were saying people were saying that, not him. Other people were saying that he.
God damn it! Somebody else said. I'm sure he's saying that shit too.
Tim Dog, your thoughts on what Jake Paul wants to do, man?
I think it's comedic, but he should have took the advice, old boy, you know, and asked maybe another black person to probably join. That way, they take the stigma of racial, the racial stigma away from it, and keeping the comedic aspect of it. But he probably did. He felt like he didn't need that, and he felt like his skit probably was funny without it. So, I mean, I don't know.
Well, we haven't seen the skit yet.
Without seeing the skit.
Yeah. We haven't seen the skit yet, Pharaoh. But do you agree with what the fellas basically saying is that if he was going to do it, he should have just did it instead of putting it out there? Because it seems though that he's asking for permission to do it. And now y'all know I'm going to do it. So y'all don't come at me because I told y'all I was going to do it.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Pharaoh?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree that if you're going to do something controversial, just put it out there because Kanye said it best. You know, his mother told him, you shouldn't worry about should, could, woulds, whatever the case is. You just are. You just do it. You don't wait for somebody to give you the go or no go on whatever is going to happen if it's going to create whatever the situation is because you're in the moment. Now that he's done it, I'm pretty sure now he's going to have backlash saying don't do it because I look at it as your boxing career. You have a fake ass boxing career, so comedy is that what's that crap that used to be on MTV with where they used to do stupid comedy. Like they had a little short dwarf dude.
I know you're talking about shit.
I know you're talking about the guy that
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Come on,
It'll come to me, man. I know what you're talking about.
Jackass. Yeah. So his comedy was like Jackass.
Yeah.
So you're not going to be a seasoned actor like Robert Downey Jr. that can actually play a method actor. That's a method actor.
Yeah.
You can't pull that off because you're not trained in that shit. Because I mean, you're boxing. You're not trained to be a boxer. So
he do that. He don't do that well either.
I don't think your comedy is going to be on the level that Drewski's will be because Drewski is a comedian.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just did it.
Drewski wasn't taking what he does as a personal challenge. He's just doing that shit for fun.
Right,
He's trying to take it on as a challenge, like Austin Street did. I could do it too. Yeah, you're right. You can do it, but are you going to be good at doing it?
Yeah, but would that
if you make me laugh and the shit funny, I'd be like, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it ain't funny. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But if I catch a snippet of it, I watch it. You know.
But with that being said, conspiracy brother.
Still
does
calling them up.
Highlight a deeper issue with influencers chasing attention at any cost, even if it sparks racial controversy?
Haven't I said this before, man? That racial controversy is always the way to make money in this country. You're always gonna get noticed. You're doing something racial.
Two things: racial or sexual.
Okay, then.
And the president got check for check.
So
all right, then.
The taboos of this country, but the things that provide this country the most money.
I got you. With that being said, Tim Dog. With that being said, Tim Dog, how should fans and sponsor responds when a major figure like a Jake Paul makes statement tied to such a historical offensive practice?
Major figure.
Well,
when did he become a major figure?
Well, I hate to say it, man. If you talk about influencer, he's one of the biggest. He's one of the highest paid. That angle
burned up.
All right, that angle, Tim Dog.
No, I know what you said. I'm being condescending, of course, but and I mean, Jake Paul is just like any other influencer out there. Like Conspiracy Brothers said, they out there chasing the almighty, trying to get the most looks, likes, loves, or whatever. And for him, it doesn't matter if it's controversial or not, because he's only looking for one thing, that attention. Yeah. And to me, that's probably that's the worst part about it. Now, if he wasn't trying to get the attention, he would have just put it out there and worried about what everyone else thinks about it later. But he's doing this build up so that people can get interested in it, to see what it's like, so they can make a comment. And to me, it's not worth it.
Exactly. And with that being said, Pharaoh, is there a double standard in comedy today where some creators push boundaries successfully while others face backlash for similar attempts?
I don't know much about comedy. I just know either you're good or you're bad. And it's a hard comedy is a hard job for anybody, regardless of how you want your comedy skits to go or whatever your act is.
I guess what I'm trying to say, Pharaoh, I guess what I'm trying to say is that when Drewski did the whiteface, he didn't get any type of backlash except from conservative women. But with Jake Paul was to do a blackface, you see what I'm saying? Is it a double standard? Because hey, you could do whiteface all day long and nobody's gonna cancel you anything. But as soon as I do blackface, why is he doing that? That's what I'm saying. The double standard in that aspect.
In the United States, everything's a double standard if it's negative toward the person or the people that it is referring to. Now, like we said, white. What was it? The one with white girls, with the Wayans brothers.
Yeah,
that shit was hilarious, right? That was hilarious. But the history of blackface is not good.
Yeah.
All right. The history of blackface has nothing positive of going for it. And like we said, if it wasn't for Ronnie Downey Jr. doing the job that he did in that movie, we would have had a problem with the movie.
Yeah.
But the issue is with Drewski doing something, because he made fun. He didn't make fun of. He brought attention to how the female Kirk's wife is. That's making fun of her or dealing with her of what they see as okay. Just like he did with the pastors. White people had no problem. He was talking about the pastors.
Yeah, the black pastors, the mega churches. Yeah.
The black pastors, they didn't have no problem with that. But how dare you talk about Miss Kirk, the one who does nothing or have done nothing for us?
Well, allegedly talked about Miss Kirk because he never said her name. Allegedly talked about Miss Kirk. He never said her name.
Well, let you, whatever they say. So whatever goes on, basically, to what I was saying was, this is what he's showing, that this is what's acceptable in the white community. That's what I saw. Not so much her as a person, but what they have accepted of maybe a person like her.
Exactly.
So, but he is actually going after a bit of, this is what, like, who's he going to portray? Who's he making fun of?
I think
What is he making fun of?
He's gonna be
portraying Drewski, which I think is to me that's a good way to direct the comedy skit, is to make fun of another comedian, and that's and again I don't have no problem with it at all anyway. But again he knows what he's doing. He's not doing this it's not something out of spite. It's out of, okay, since you did it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna do you since you want to do somebody else. Or so to me, like I said, if he pull it off, it'll be entertaining just to see him attempt it at the least and see what happens afterwards, which I don't think nothing gonna happen to him.
Well, I mean, he does Drewski. Drewski don't tear him a new asshole on the
Drewski. And how we know they ain't already talked about this. They might already had a conversation like, okay, this about to be our thing. You're gonna do this, and boom, boom. So now we about to get some more internet money. See, you guys, controversy sells. So
it sells.
At this point, people don't have as much racial tension as they once did. It's still somewhat there, but I think things like this can help to relieve that pressure off of people, with him directly playing Drewski versus him trying to be the typical black person. He's portraying a person that's there. So to me, that makes a difference.
I understand what you're saying. Tyndall, I'm gonna get you back in here. I understand what you're saying. You say typical. I think the issue that I have with somebody doing blackface, they're not doing a typical black person. They're doing a stereotypical of a black person, and that's what they did.
That's what he's not doing.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what
I'm saying. Stuff like that can help ease the tension of situations like this when things like that happen. So I think it's, to me, it's good for them. Like I said, they already talked about it. They already got money on their mind.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. If you're doing a skit on Drewski, that's not an issue. What I'm saying is that when people do blackface, they're doing a stereotypical. They're doing the worst thing that they believe that a black person is.
He's not doing that. So why?
No, listen to what I'm saying, conspiracy brother. I'm not saying just listen to what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the Drewski and the Jake Paul. What I'm saying is that usually when people do blackface, they're doing something that is over the top about a black person. That's the issue. That's the issue that I think that a lot of people have with blackface. Because when they did the blackface, what did they have? They had the big red lips, the really dark skin, the pygmy hair, the slow talking, the laziness. That's the issue that people have when you say that you're going to do blackface. But I agree with you. If he's doing a skit on Drewski and he's acting like Drewski act, there shouldn't be an issue there. My thing is that if he steps over that line, that's when he's going to catch hell. In my opinion.
Get what you ask for. Hell,
that's his ass. That's on him.
I mean, but even if they doing it comedically, but it's fine against them two people, because they just having fun with it. But,
okay.
Like Conspiracy Brother said, some things just shouldn't be said and done unless there's an understanding of what's going on. And apparently them two are doing it. And it's not them that have the issues. It's the people watching and their own personal opinion is the issue.
Yeah. But hopefully this motherfucker, if he does Drewski, and like I think we all can say, hope the shit is funny. If the shit is not funny, he's gonna get dragged. And then he's already getting dragged because of the fact that he announced it. I agree with everybody on the panel that if he's gonna do it, just do it.
Just do
let
it.
Everybody be like, oh shit, Jake Paul did. You know what I'm saying? You building the hype. You building the hype so you won't get that backlash because you did blackface. But like I say, if he does it right, if he does it in the vein of a Robert Downey Jr. What's the other movie Farrell we was talking about the other damn day? The dude went to college.
White
Soul Brother, some shit like that.
Soul Brother. Yeah.
Yeah, your soul man. Back in the day, back
Mhm.
in the day. And like I say, long as it's respectful, long as you don't like I say, man, blackface.
Need to be like Iran. Just put them out there.
Yeah, like yeah. Like you say, Pharaoh, you even said it, man. You basically say that if you step over that line and you make a black person look lazy, you know, that's just my issue, man. If you just slow talk, man, eating watermelon and you love chicken, which some of us do love chicken and watermelon, but you over exaggerate. You over exaggerate the watermelon and chicken. That's the issue that I have with people that does blackface. But that's just my opinion. Good conversation. That's always my brother. Yeah, good conversation. Always my brother. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we go, we always like to give you something to think about, something funny, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? What you got for us today, Tim Dog?
Believe it or not, I didn't even prepare for my show today, ladies and germs. I'm sorry. I do apologize. My mind was actually on nothing because I did nothing today. It just slipped my mind. So I do apologize for that. But you do want something to talk about? I got something for you to talk about. Now, everyone knows that when you take out the trash on trash day, you're supposed to take it out the night before. Why is that? So that when you get up in the morning, you don't have to rush out there and ask the trash man, you know, hey, hold on, here I come with the trash. So why is it that I have a neighbor that every week?
All right, here, man.
No, but my question is, should I help the neighbor, or should I continue on laughing at him because every week he does the same thing? I just want to know.
Do he pull your trash when you're not home?
No, because my trash can stays in my garage even when it's hot out. My shit don't stay.
No, I'm just saying though. I'm just saying, does you pull your trash can back if you're not home or?
Well. Now I do admit sometimes, if I leave the trash can out in the street, because we all do that. We police each other trash can if the wind blows or something like that. But
okay, all right then. Well, help the brother out. Shit. but if it was me though, I'm gonna get my laugh on if I go to work. Look at the screen right
because it's like him or his son running out there trying to get the trash can out because they got the new things. They just come up and scoop it and throw it.
You just fucked it up for me, Tim Dog. You say you got a son. His trash should never be. He should never have to put because you got a goddamn son. Shit, you got free labor.
He's like what, 7, 8, something like that. He's a little kid.
You know,
yeah, but you gotta learn sometimes. Yeah, you gotta learn sometimes.
What you say about that, Farrell?
Fuck them trash cans, man. Shit, I don't give a fuck about no trash cans. What we worry about trash cans for?
No, it ain't about the trash can. It's about helping your neighbor. Something like that.
Everybody in that trash can, fuck them. Care about them.
Tim Dog.
Sometimes
I got Tim Dog.
I got
you probably Instagram Father's Love 99. It's about me, my son, and my grandson. Dang, Farrell.
My main man, Farrell King, down there with his brother-in-law. Farrell King, what you got for the people before we go? Tell your brother move his ass over so you can have the.
Hey, listen, this ain't about no goddamn trash cans, kids getting trash cans, neighbors pulling trash cans, trash going down the street because the wind blowing because the neighbors can't close the trash can.
Fuck that
Fuck
trash.
all that shit. I'm gonna talk about Malcolm X. You ready?
Uh-oh.
If we bring up religion, we'll have differences, we'll have arguments, and we will never be able to get together. But if we keep our religion at home, keep our religion in the closet, keep our religion between ourselves and our God, then we can come out here and we can have fights. We can have a fight that's common to all of us against an enemy who is common to all of us. That is what's happening today in our politics. That's what happened today in our communities. This would happen with today with everything that's going on when it comes to Donald Trump and his cabinet. We need to come together. Forget religion. We got a common enemy.
Fuck that trash.
And it ain't trash.
Shout out your social media so people can follow you, Pharaoh King.
Well, I'm down here with my brother.
What do you got to do with your social?
What you got to do with your social media?
He ain't got a damn thing.
Keep around here. Pharaoh_71. Hey, man, this whiskey is off the chain right now.
I heard this motherfucker.
Oh, speaking of whiskey,
I'm down here.
Hey, Pharaoh. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. The street.
No, I'm saying to myself, I'm down here with this guy. Like you can't see you goddamn social shit. He ain't got you in a chokehold, do he? Goddamn. What is your social media?
That whiskey got him in the chokehold.
Hey, Pharaoh, that Casa de Oro, that shit expensive.
Yeah, it's $100 a bottle.
I told you it was $100.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
You got all that money coming into that house. Nigga, I know you can get one bottle for yourself.
That boy tight as
I didn't get it already.
Hey, that motherfucker got
who said I didn't get it already?
That motherfucker got so much money, he walk out the street, money falling out of his pocket. People be like, damn, you drop something, sir. Don't worry about it. You keep that for yourself.
Yeah,
I got you.
Who drives across the United States 4 times a year? Tim Dog. He got money.
With that being said,
You say, what's my name? I got money.
Especially with these gas prices, he got the money.
Oh shit!
But
baby
yeah.
Conspiracy brothers, man. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well, so the people can follow you.
Oh man, y'all know how I like to start off. Soul Expression. That's where you can find me doing some shit. But I might change my name to Super Villain. I like that shit. Change all that shit. I ain't about to change nothing, goddamn it. I'm lazy than the motherfucker. But it's Friday, so what you need to go out and do is do something that you need to do every moment of your life, and that is learn and take in knowledge and understand that how these systems move, and that your financial futures opportunities there. So just enjoy your Friday, man. Go find something to do with your goddamn self, man. Get you a good drink. Don't drive. Get your Uber. Don't be out here Tiger Woodsing, because the lion wouldn't do it, but Tiger would.
Exactly.
Have a good Friday, folks. Be safe. Don't be a tiger.
Right.
Be a lion, goddamn it.
Hey, you know what, fellas? So at the hotel I'm at, this dude, I don't know where, he just came out of nowhere. He talking about, I guess, the water park that's down over there where I'm at, the hotel where I'm at. The water park closes, and then they end up doing an adult night after they close.
Shit, what time?
See?
I got my swim trunks.
It's cold too. Shit.
I mean, nipples gonna be percolating. Mine, not percolating.
And they not balloons either.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can always find me, the Man on the Street, at the Man on the Street Show on YouTube and Facebook. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. Thank y'all for liking my videos. Thank y'all for commenting on the video as well. Hey, y'all just don't know what it means to the Man on the Street. Like I always say, that makes me want to work harder on my videos and my YouTube channel as well. But TikTok, they gave me a strike on a video that everybody else liked, and they saying, nah. So fuck them. No one, it won't be an after show today because the Man on the Street got some shit he got to take care of.
Yeah,
but
that's what she
you
said.
also find me at Creative Canvas Expressions. That's my AI channel. I just tell AI what I want to do. AI does it, and I put it up. But make sure you check us out on Wednesday night. Wednesday night, we got our sports channel. We got our sports channel. Fuck you, Juan. Fuck you, Juan. Juan, I wish I could send ice to your house right now. God damn it, you just don't know. I wish I could send ice to your
Hey,
house.
he live on post, man.
Why done dug a tunnel in this house already? On post. You ain't catching him?
Why live on post, man? He probably ice himself.
But you can always find us on Wednesday night at the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. All we do is talk about sports, and we do that very, very well. But make sure you come check us out next Friday for 2 Cigars and a Blunt. That's what you're watching right now. We talk news, politics, and entertainment. But there won't be an after show. We usually do one after this show, but it won't be one tonight. But make sure you check us out next next Friday night for our after show we call Ashed Out. That's when everybody gets the chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Usually we go straight, we'll make a right turn. But like Tim Dog famously said, when we make that left, we're going to grab that bitch right off that damn cliff. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. And that shit was long. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street. Pharaoh King.
Oh, Pharaoh King. I'm sorry, man. I'm out of rotation.
No, you're not.
No, that whiskey got to bleed it. That whiskey got to bleed it.
Come on, people. Pharaoh King, man, down in Orlando. Had to get away from the Masters crowd because fuck that, man. Gas is already expensive. I don't need to go to the restaurant and the food be expensive too. So
yeah. Hey, thank you, Eddie, for tuning in, man. Hey, man, thank you for enjoying the show, man. Tell your friends about us as well.
There you go. Hey, just remember, women fake orgasms to have relationships. Men fake relationships to have orgasms. Tim Dog from BMO Care.
There it is.
What?
Yeah, I got it.
You remember his bird video from last week, man?
Yeah, man.
Goddamn supervillain, spiritual brother, your mama's favorite, your grandmama's favorite, your ancestors' favorite, the universe's favorite, man. It's just
your uncle's booty hole favorite.
Yeah.
You better stop it right there.
And ladies and gentlemen, once again, like the spiritual brother always say, hey, if you're going to get out there tonight, be careful out there. You know, if you're in the Augusta area, the police, you know, they out tonight, especially being Masters Week. So be careful. Take an Uber. Don't do nothing.
Tiger Woods, so they good. They already got him locked up.
Yeah, or better yet,
No, they got to skip with him driving his SUV across the 18 hole.
Right across the 18 hole, and make sure you don't do a Tiger Woods. Yeah. We don't want to see nobody get locked up. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, we see y'all on Wednesday night for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast, 7 o'clock. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out.
Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke. Relax and take notes while I take totes. Relax and take notes while I take totes of the marijuana smoke.